Get comfortable in your chair. I'm going to use my earbuds today, see if you have better quality sound. Settle into your breath, nice and easy. Just arrive. So today we're going to focus on our posture, as we have been all week. And we're going to just work on opening up the shoulders, which helps open up the hips and vice versa. We're going to loosen up our upper back and our neck. We're going to sit tall. We're going to breathe deep and just have a little fun. So nice and easy breath in and out. And on your third breath in, nice and easy, fill up. Exhale. And then again, inhale. Pause at the top of your breath and exhale through your mouth. Try that again, inhale. And exhale through your mouth, exhale with a little sigh. Do that a couple more times as I mute you again. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Actually open your mouth and breathe out. Yeah. Yeah, make a little sound, a little exhale. Nice and slow. One more, inhale. And exhale. Now on that exhale, feel yourself just kind of let go. Relax your jaw. Relax your forehead. Nice and easy breath. Just tuning in, and we're just checking in with our bodies and just seeing how we're feeling at this moment today. Eventually the eyes are shut so we can really connect with our inner body. Tuning into on how we're feeling and any areas in the body that's not, that might be jumping out at you right at this moment. Soften with every exhale. Starting with the toes, relax your toes. Maybe even pick all of them off the floor, lengthen them, and then set them gently back down. Nice and easy. Relax your arches, the inner arches, your ankles, your heels, traveling up the leg. Relax the muscles, your calves, tops of the thighs. Right, the heaviest part of our bodies is this midsection. Get nice and heavy on your chair. Relax, let gravity take you downward. All right, now feel the lift and length of the front of the body as well as the back of the body as you lift out of that pelvis area, keeping it anchored on the chair. Relax your belly, your chest, your rib cage. Draw the shoulders downward. Lift the crown upward. And so with this lifting, you're going to be going down equally with the lower half of the body and lifting up with the upper half of the body. It's equal action, creating a little more space in our spine. Yesterday I talked about danda, which means staff or pole or stick, something long and straight. So pretend that long, straight spine, which is naturally curved. Keep the natural curves in that staff. And breathe from the base of the spine all the way up to the crown of the head. So imagine your spine at the bottom and travel your breath little by little. Inhale, mid-spine, upper back, neck, base of the skull, top of the head, top of the breath, and exhale. That's very relaxing. Let's do that again. Base of the spine, right at the tail. Traveling up with your breath, slowly imagining your spine. You've got some rounding, that shouldn't be, maybe a little kyphosis. The top of the shoulders there, base of the neck. See if you can straighten it up by lifting, lengthening the head and neck. Top of the breath, exhale. Now let's take our hands and turn the palms so they face upward. And then join the thumbs and the index, you only have one, together, making a circle. And then draw the other three fingers together, touching them. And just rest the backs of your hands on your legs. Draw your elbows in. Just notice how that feels. This beautiful mudra, chin mudra, opens, releases, creates a little more space for change. And then open the hands wide. Take a breath in. We're going to lift the hands and levitate your hands off your legs. So just lift them up, palms face up. Breathe in, nice and easy. And then rotate the hands so the palms face down. And then go back down toward your legs, not touching your legs. You're going to do that one more time, turning the hands upward. Breathe in, following your breath. Turn the hands downward, exhale. Just notice how that feels, moving in space, breathing naturally. And then land your palms back down onto your legs, and then press gently into your thighs. Notice how that lifts the chest up and forward and higher. Take your chin slightly in towards your throat and feel that stretch right at the base of the skull where the neck meets the head. And just rest your elbows alongside your body. Take a breath here. Notice how that feels. And exhale. Either keeping the eyes closed or open them. Lift the shoulders. We're going to do one loop up, back, and down. Keeping the head still. And then draw the shoulders way, way, way down. Do that again. Inhale, lift. Loop them back and down. And really press the shoulders way down. One more. Inhale. And down. Exhale your air all the way and draw those shoulders down and open your eyes. Draw the elbows in towards your ribs. Press down into your legs with your hands and again lift the heart, the chest, forward and upward. Draw the shoulders even further back. Remember we had a block between our shoulder blades on Tuesday? Pretend that block is there and you're grabbing the block with your shoulders. Drop the hands down toward the floor and open the palms forward. Now draw the shoulders down like you're trying to reach the floor with your fingertips, and then draw the shoulders back. One more time, draw the shoulders down, trying to reach the floor. Notice how long your arms get. Feel the front of the arms and the bicep, and then draw the shoulders back. Turn the hands away from your legs, lift the arms, timing your breath with your lift. Go up toward the sky and look up at your hands. Join the hands together. And bring them down towards your chest, right in the center. Turn your hands so the palms look like that. So the fingers are facing the opposite direction. And then we're going to lift the wrist and make this shape with our arms. We're pressing that wrist. Do what you can here. I know the shoulder lifts, so that's fine. We're going to change sides by rotating the hands. You got this? It's kind of hard without really seeing it. And then press that top hand into the bottom hand and make this shape. One more time each side. Spinning the hands. Fingers point in opposite directions. Press the top hand into the bottom hand. Got it? Got one more try. And spin the hands. And press the top hand. And then bring the palms together. Lift the hands to the heart. Separate the fingers. Separate the palms and just press the fingertips together, and we're going to lengthen our fingers by pressing the fingers together and eventually join the wrist, the palms together. One more time, separate. Doing this tenting action of the fingers. We need to strengthen these joints to do all of our activities and lengthen the fingers, eventually touching the palms and then the wrists back into this position, Anjali Mudra. Another mudra. Yep. Turn the fingers so they point away from your body and then lengthen the arms forward. Yep. Pressing the palms firmly. See if you can take the bend of the elbow and then bring the hands closer, open the elbows to the side. What is it, Sam? Inhale, extend the arms forward, pressing firmly. One more. And then bring the hands toward the chest, open the elbows to the side, turn the hands back into this position, and breathe. Take your head, lift it up, bring your thumbs right on the chest there, so touching, and then drop your head down towards your chest, bowing your head only, and drop the shoulders down, stretching the back of the neck. Inhale, lift the head. Keep your hands there if you can. You can soften that press. If it's too much for your wrist, lifting the chin, inhale. And then bring the head back to neutral. Extend the arms right in front of your chest, palms touching, then open the arms to the side. Palms face to the front. Turn the hands so they face upward, rotating in the arms, drawing the shoulders down, engage the shoulder blades. Inhale, lifting the arms, looking up. Breathe, and then exhale, drawing the hands back to the heart. One more inhale, extend the arms forward. A little bit of pressure, the palms together. Slowly extend the arms, draw the shoulders back and down. Open the arms to the side. Turn the palms up, lift the arms. And then bring the hands parallel, relax your shoulders. Reach both arms evenly. Let's do just one of these. Really stretch up, lift, feel the side body stretch. Press your feet down as you lift up. Remember that opposite action we did earlier? And then relax your shoulders. We're going to take our right hand to our left arm. So if you can grab your forearm or your elbow or your upper arm, either one, doesn't really matter. Make sure this top hand is facing the midline toward the center of your body. And we're going to lift that arm up and lean over to the right. Feel that side body stretch. Making a C curve with the side body, that crescent pose. Ardha Chandrasana. And back to the center, release that arm. Relax your shoulders. This is a resting pose. Reach both arms. Grab a hold of your other arm wherever you can. Turn that hand so it faces the midline. Lift up to create a little more room to lean the other way. Feel that stretch? Oh, that feels so good. All right, back to the center. Inhale. Release your hand. Relax your shoulders. And then reach one arm. Grab a hold. And the other arm. Grab a hold. Two more. Side body stretch. Hip stretch. Rib cage stretch. And then bringing your hands like this to the side, we're going to come into our famous cactus. So everyone loves this pose, right? So spread the fingers wide. Bring your elbows and your arms a little closer to the back. I hope I'm not blending into the background too much. But my arms are at a right angle. And now I'm bringing my shoulder blades together, not jutting my rib cage forward, however, and we're in this pose. This is for your posture. Yep, hold here. And inhale, we remember this one, we're gonna touch the thumbs right above the crown of the head. And down, let's do this 3 times, into that right angle, drawing the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Keeping the hands facing forward, spread the fingers, so you stretch those. And inhale. And exhale. All right, now we're going to take our left hand to our right shoulder, turn our head away from that hand, and open back to cactus. And changing sides, tapping the shoulder. We did this one on Tuesday. I only know that because I watched the video. And again, tapping your left shoulder with your right hand, turning your head away, and back. And tapping the shoulder, turning your head the other way, and back to cactus. All right, tapping your right hand to your left shoulder. Look away from your hand and then extend the left arm to the side, palm faces the front. And then see if you can press into your chest with your right hand as you bring the left arm a little further to the back, stretching across the pecs, across the chest. And then swing this arm to the side. We're going to give ourselves a big hug. Bring your hands to your shoulders or your upper arms. The elbows are sort of stacked. If you can get them one on top of the other, great, but no big deal here. Just relax here, grabbing a hold of something. Relax your elbows into your chest. Inhale the elbows off the chest, lifting with the bottom arm. Feeling the stretch in the shoulder, in that shoulder joint for sure. And then we're going to come into a cat with this crossed arm in front, rolling all the way back, scooping the belly in toward the spine. And lift the elbows as you come up, lift the chin, inhale. One more. Dropping the elbows to the chest, into your cat position. This should feel so yummy. And lifting the elbows off your chest, we're going to fly the arms toward the sky, open up, unfold, and release the arms all the way down to your lap. Just rest the hands right on top of your legs, bring your elbows in, close your eyes, Tadasana. Nice, easy breath. Slow it down. If you're holding your jaw, your mouth, or your forehead, or your toes, see if you can soften it with every exhalation. Open the eyes, drop your hands, lift the arms, inhale. Look up at the stars, reach, and into cactus. Inhale, lift, touching the thumbs. Exhale, release, back to cactus, right angles. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release. One more. Spread those fingers wider, especially the thumb. Inhale, lift. Touch the thumb. Back to cactus. Bring your left hand to your right shoulder. Turn your head away. Back to cactus. Changing sides. Just tap that shoulder. Turn your head any way you can. If you can do the opposite, great. And open. And tapping this right hand to the left shoulder, back to cactus. Left hand to the right shoulder, turn your head to the left, extend that right arm to the side. Press into your chest with your left hand as you bring that arm further to the back. Reach it long. And then swing this arm around. We're going to give ourselves a big hug. Drop the elbows. Inhale the elbows off the chest. We're coming into a cat. Breathe in and exhale your air slowly as you come into your cat. Drop the head down. Inhale, lift. Exhale slowly. Maybe even hear your breath, ujjayi breathing with every exhalation if you'd like. That feels and sounds very soothing. All right, inhale, lifting the elbows off the chest and fly the arms to the sky, open wide. We're going to come into a twist to the right. So bring this left arm and hand over to the outside of your leg. You bring your feet closer together and then grab a hold of the back of the chair and come into your twist. And then work your twist once you get halfway there. Even out your hips, press your feet, relax your shoulder. Turn your head if you want. Keep going with the spine, spiraling all the way to the crown of the head. And now we're going to turn the head and look over the other shoulder up here. Look up here. And then take your ear, your left ear, and see if you can drop it behind your shoulder by lifting the side of the face upward. Drop the head down towards your shoulder, rotate back to center, back into your twist, look to the side, breathe. And with an inhale, unwind your twist. Bring your hands back to your legs. Bring your hands a little closer to the crease of your legs. Press down into your femur bones, your thigh muscles. Press down to lift up. Draw the shoulders back. Isn't that helpful? Now keep that lift. Inhale the arms overhead. Look up. And we're going to come into a twist the other way. Bring the hand outside the leg, grab a hold of the chair. And then once you just turn the torso to the side like this, keeping the kneecaps pointing forward and the toes pointing forward, right? And now just gently work your twist. Keeping the belly engaged. If you're feeling it in the lower back as a discomfort feeling, draw the navel to the spine, supporting the inner body. Relax your shoulders, turn your head. Look behind you if you'd like, spiraling all the way to the crown of the head, and then turning your head over the other shoulder. And if you want this intense neck stretch, dropping your ear behind, lifting the side of the face upward. Oh dear. Go slowly here, be careful, mindful. And then drop the head down toward your chest, back to the center, lift it level. One more breath to unwind your twist. All right, grab your pillowcase or your towel or your strap. As wide as your shoulders. No, as wide as your shoulders. So your shoulders aren't that wide, right? And grab your strap, very loose grip. Try not to wrap your hands around the strap or anything like that unless you have issues about grabbing something with your hands. Otherwise, light, loose grip of the strap. So I'm going to bring my hands a little closer together. shoulder width apart. All right, plug those shoulders back, drop the shoulders down, lift the strap and your arms pulling the strap apart, all the slack out of the strap. Lift it just a little ways, doesn't have to be all the way to the crown of the head. We're just gonna go up and down a couple of times, but I want you to pay attention to the muscles between the shoulder blades. Keep drawing them together. Now, if your rib cage is jutting forward, I want you to draw the rib cage in, engage the belly to the spine, supporting your inner body. Up and down, just pulling that strap. This really strengthens the arms. Just nice and easy, up and down. The action is pulling outward and the action is pulling inward. So that opposite, outward and inward. Now we're going to turn to the right. Just a little bit of twist and back to the center. Your arms should be fatiguing here. A little bit to the left and back to center and relax. Bring your thumbs and your wrists and your hands all the way together. Drop them to your legs. Keep a hold of your strap. Take a breath here, catching up. All right, drop the shoulders down. Draw the shoulders together. Extend the arms long. Take the slack out of the strap. Inhale, lifting. We're going to do it one more time. If you want to go a tiny bit higher, obviously you're not going to go all the way back because your hands are very close. Keeping the shoulder blades engaged. That's what I want the action to be. Inhale 3 times. This is very slow and methodical with awareness of our shoulders. Again, inhale the strap up. Keep knitting the ribs in, drawing the navel to the spine. And back down, about chest height. Relax your shoulders, draw them together, and twisting to the right. You can go a tiny bit further in your twist if you'd like. Back to the center. Over to the other side. I'm going a tiny bit further, maybe about 3 more inches to the side, and then come back to the front, relax. And then bring your thumbs and your hands and wrists back together, right at your lap, like that. Relax your shoulders, draw the shoulder blades back, draw the shoulder blades down, and release. And get rid of your strap or your pillowcase. Bring your hands close to the crease of your legs, press down into your legs, and lift up. Draw the shoulders back and down. You should feel pretty open in the neck and shoulders at this point. Let's nod the head a couple times. Yes, I will. And then back and forth. No, I won't. Yes, I will. Just nod. And back and forth. Should feel pretty loose, yeah? Do a loop before the shoulders, up, back, and down. All right, press down into your leg with your right hand. Drop the left arm to the side. We're going to lean and make this crescent pose again. The action is the hand on the leg pressing down, anchoring that leg, and we're doing a lot all at once. We're going to take our head and look down at the floor to the right. Kind of drooping our top arm over our head. And now we're going to extend it long. Come back up, keep it overhead, reach it long, nice and straight, relax shoulder, and then turn towards your right leg. We're going to lean at a diagonal. Now, this is the tendency we do this different ways, but we usually reach that arm long like that. But this one, I want you to keep the shoulder engaged inward toward the other shoulder. It takes more work. And keep it engaged as you lift it up overhead. Level everything out and release that top arm. Pressing down into your leg with your left hand. Lift the right arm. Breathe it up. Press down with your left hand as you look to the left and droop the top arm, look down at the floor. Yeah, that shoulder's working here. The shoulder and the arm's working. Inhale, look up here, extend that arm long, turn to the left, so swivel, so I'm turning about halfway, and then lean over that left leg, flat back, plug the shoulder in. Whoa, we're really strengthening that upper back. And come back up, look forward, release the top arm. Beautiful. All right, into a luscious cat. So in our cat cows are kind of our reset button. Stretching the spine, and then gentle lift. And back. So rock back. Let's do this a few times. Nice and slow. I usually say that's an exhale, and then when you come forward into your cow and inhale, feel the stretch in the front of the body, feel the stretch in the back of the body. I want you to engage the belly in. You can look down at your navel, see what it's doing. And forward one more time. And back. Come to a neutral spine. Sit tall. Bring your feet a little closer together. About hip width apart. Bring your knees right over your ankles and press down into the floor. And then lift all 10 toes off the ground. We did this standing yesterday. And release the toes. Relax your feet. One more time. Lift all 10 toes. Press the big toe to lift them. Separate them. And release them. Lift both heels at the same time, stretching the top of the foot. See if you can lift it evenly. You have to kind of look down and go, what am I doing here? So one foot is acting a little different than the other foot. And there might be a lot of reasons for that. So lifting and lifting and lifting and lifting and dropping the heels. Extend the right leg forward. Take your hand to the top of your leg and see if you can get it to straighten. Flex your foot firmly, pressing through the heel. Bring your toes toward you and use this hand to really press that thigh bone down. Yeah, like that. Good. Bend your knees slightly and then press to the heel just to open up the back of the leg, back of the knee particularly. Bend and straighten a couple of times. Take your hand to your hip and then take this hip slightly back so the heel slides toward you. I just want you to even up the hips. Keeping that engagement of the hip back, I want you to keep drawing it back, right? So some of you like to draw that foot forward and then come all the way down to the foot. I know you can grab your toes, many of you, but this time I just want you to draw that hip back, keeping it square. Then come down with a flat back, so you're not going very far. And breathe. Inhale, come back up. Lift the foot off the floor. Do a few foot circles. Opening up that ankle. And other side. All right. All right. Hand on the thigh. Flex that foot. Make sure the heel and the knee and the hip are all in one straight line. Yep. Bend the knees, slide the foot toward you and extend. Pressing down onto that thigh bone and extend. Pressing through the heel and bend. Opening up the back of the knee. Hand to the hip, draw that hip back. Flex your foot even more. Sit tall, flat back. Come over the legs evenly, so I'm not trying to go over the extended leg so much, just both legs. Inhale, come back up. Lift the heel, rotate the ankle, and reverse. Yeah. All right, set that heel carefully back down and extend both legs in our Dandasana. So Danda, staff pose, flexing the feet, hands behind you, tenting the fingers. Remember we did the stretching of the fingers with a tent? So I want you to tent the fingers behind your back onto the seat of the chair. Draw the elbows together, shoulders back, and now lift and flex your glutes. So flex those muscles you're sitting on. Yeah. Draw the shoulder blades together. The elbows come closer together and sit tall. So I'm very vertical. Legs are straight. Breathe. All right, keep all that action of the back of the body. Release your hands. Lift both arms overhead. Hold here. Dandasana. Draw the navel in. If you're feeling it in your lower back, draw the navel in into your inner body there and support that spine. Getting tired? All right, me too. Release your arms. All right, bring your legs in, lean back. We're gonna lift the knees upward. Grab a hold behind the thighs. Feet are parallel. So we're supporting our legs with our hands. I'll turn to the side so you can kind of see better. Like that. So hold on to the back of the legs. We've lifted the knees. And just hold this for a second, because it's fun, because you can. So hold on to those legs, however you can get there. See if you can hold on to those legs, relax your shoulders, and lift the heart upward. Now this is the hard part. We're gonna lift the chin slightly. Look up at the ceiling. And release. That's a supported boat pose, Navasana. Bring your feet flat to the floor. Roll back into a cat. If you felt that in your lower back, we need to do more core work. And into a cow. And back to neutral. All right, we're going to stand up. Let's all come to our feet. And bring your chair. So you're facing the seat of your chair. You will need your block. So you will need your block. Better grab my block. I'm going to put my block there. I'm not going to need it just yet. So I'm on a mat. I'm going to bring my feet as wide as my mat. Yep. Bend your knees. Bring your hands to either side of the chair, and then walk your feet slightly wider. We're going to come into this kind of a prasarita, Pasari Padottanasana position of the legs with the feet wide, toes pointing in the same direction, so not turned out. If you want to turn your feet out, you're more than welcome to. All we're going to do is bend a knee, and we're going to, I don't know if you can see me. I'm going to just turn this way, just so you see. We're going to bend a knee, holding onto your chair, and then just sway side to side. We do this standing. We do this different ways. But this is kind of going into a pose where you're actually coming all the way down to the floor in a squat on one leg. Skandasana, it's called. So just sway side to side, bending the knee. You should feel a beautiful stretch in the hip. Yep, bending the knee. The other leg straightens as the knee bends. Now, I don't know what your knee is doing because I can't see you all, but just try not to stress your knee joint in any way. Make sure it's got some alignment over the toes, right? Okay. Be careful here. Be mindful of what your body is doing. Everyone's got different things going on. You can go a little deeper as you come to the side. And over to the other side. And then walk your feet closer together, step away from your chair. We're going to come into a forward fold. So you can keep your hands on the chair. You can just bend your knees and do this in a squat. Or you can bring your hands to the ground, or you can even grab your block if you want to lift the floor up towards you. And then drop your head in a forward fold. Knees can be bent straight. Now I know some of you, like Mike, can definitely do this with straight legs. I want you to bend your knees. Okay, bend your knees, even if you can straighten them. And hang here, relax. The idea here is to give some traction into the neck, some relaxation into the lower back with the knees bent. And then lift your head, breathe in, deep breath in, bring your hands back to your chair if they're down toward the floor. Walk your feet a little closer. Bend your knees, bring your hands to your hips. We're going to come to standing. Standing up. Yeah. All right. Step your right foot forward toward the center of your chair. We're going to do this side angle standing. So you're going to step your right foot forward and then draw your left leg back. Bend your front knee. If you have a block, if you don't have a block, that's fine. You're going to bring your hand to the seat of the chair, or you might want to turn your chair around and use the back of your chair. Okay, just depends on you. I'm going to place my hand long ways on the block and adjust the block so it's comfortable. I'm going to set my hand right on top of the block, and I'm going to draw this knee right toward the chair. I'm not drawing the knee inward or outward. It's going directly over my toes, pressing down, stamping the floor with the bottom of my foot evenly. Bring your left hand to your hip, draw that left shoulder back. This is side angle. You know how we do it seated in goddess pose? This is it. Same idea. Now the idea in this little pose that we're doing is drawing the left hip back toward the other hip, opening up rather than leaning over the floor, which is totally fine if you feel a stretch. But everyone bring your hand to your hip and see if you can open up this hip to the sky. Press down into the floor, relax your toes, I know they're gripping, and really stamp the front foot into the floor. You feel very stable. Now, if you really want to go for it, you can add this top arm, reach that long, see if you can find that long line of energy from the fingertips to the heel. Beautiful. Now press down, we're going to stand up. Let go. We're going to lengthen that front leg. Oh, remember I promised we'd do triangle pose? All right, everyone bring your left hand back to your hip. Extend this right arm, both legs are straight. Now I'm going to take my left hip into my left hand, draw it to the side. This is the same idea. All poses are pretty much the same. Same idea, but the front leg is straight. Trikonasana, triangle pose. How are we doing? Now, if you're pretty tight in the hips and you're leaning over the floor like that, see if you can stack the shoulders above the legs. If you're leaning over the floor, no big deal. Hold here for one more breath. Bend the front knee. Stand up. Swivel towards your chair. Step the back foot in and change sides. I'm going to turn my chair around. All right, standing toward, facing the seat of my chair, step the left foot forward. Bring your hands to either side to draw the back leg back. You slowly get into these poses. Now, my front foot and my back foot are pretty much in alignment. This heel, if I were to draw a straight line, is in the center of my arch. Pressing all four corners of the front foot down. Bring your left hand to your block or the seat of your chair, the center of the chair. I'm going to move my block toward me a little bit. Bring your right hand to your hip. And now I'm going to turn toward you, opening up my shoulders. Lengthening that hand and arm, the arm. Yep, that arm, the left one. Front knee is bent, back leg is straight. Stamping the front foot down, you feel a little more anchoring in the hip right in this area right here. See if you can get that right hip to open to the side. Not too far. Now, some of you I know are very flexible and you can get that hip a little more. It's not that. It's this one line of action, right? It's nice and smooth and straight in the front of the body. Draw that right shoulder back slightly. Extend that back leg. And by the way, that back foot is at a diagonal. It's not facing the chair and it's not facing directly to the side of the mat, but you got to be careful here with your knee, okay? That's why it's at a diagonal. All right, adding the arm if you'd like, that line of energy. And a breath here. So we've been here for a little while. Release that top arm, press down into the floor with the front foot, and bring your hands to your hip. Straighten the front leg. All right, now we're going to take this hip, the right hip, that way. We're going to draw it to the right, or we're going to, like a teacup, or tipping the teacup, the teapot, down toward the left. Our hand is going to land back onto that block into triangle pose. You can add the arm if you'd like, or hand on the hip. Actually, most of you keep your hand on your hip so you can continue to draw it back. Lengthen that front leg. This is why we did the wrist stretches in the beginning, so we could put some weight onto that hand. Inhale, coming back up, bring your hands to your hips. Turn towards your chair. Step the back foot in. Give it a good shake. Coming into downward facing dog, walking the feet away, hip width apart. Bend the knees, lengthen the spine. Draw the navel to the spine upward. Try not to drop the belly downward. And come into this nice, beautiful lengthening of the spine. Legs do not have to be straight here. In fact, I want the knees bent. Bend your knees. One more breath. Look up at your chair, lift your head. Take your dog for a walk. Bend your knees, bring your hands to your hips, press down into the floor and stand straight. I'm going to turn my chair around, so I'm going to use the back of my chair. We're going to come into a balance pose. So holding on to something, it could be a wall. Bring your feet closer together, bring your hand to your hip. Establish a tall spine again, lift the crown of the head. Shift your weight into your right foot, lift your left heel. So my legs that's closest to the chair, I'm going to peel my left foot off the ground and lift my left knee, flex my left foot. And hold. And maybe let go. Lengthen the standing leg, lift up, draw the navel to the spine, relax.
Oh, I missed it.
And release. All right, changing sides. Peel that right foot off the floor. Lifting the right knee. Straightening the left leg, press down into the ground. Maybe lift that right knee a little higher. Come to a balance. Oh, nice, good. And release. Give those legs a little shake. Are we ready for tree pose? Let's try it. All right, changing sides. So you can do that pose. You can just lift a knee. Second time's always easier. Shift your weight into your right foot. Lift your left knee. Bring the knee slightly to the side. Bring your foot to the ankle. Press gently. As soon as you touch down, you can feel this lengthening of the standing leg all the way up to the hip and up into the ribs. Pressing firmly. Yeah, see if you can come to a balance here. Can you breathe? One point of focus, something that's not moving. Foot to the thigh if that works for you. Knee forward if that works for you. Whatever you can do, just stand on one leg and release the foot. You get a little fatigue in that standing leg, give it a shake. Changing sides. Lifting the knee forward, slightly to the side. Dock that foot onto that leg. Press gently. Lift, lengthen. Oh, what's the standing foot doing? Little wobbly. Trees move, swaying in the wind. All right. Well done. And release your tree. Your legs a little shake. Come back to your chair. Doesn't matter which side. Just cross your legs. Or your ankles. Interlace your fingers in front of your knee and pull yourself long. Let go. Stay tall. Inhale, lift both arms overhead. Touch the hands together. Bring your hands to your heart. Bow the head forward. And gently squeeze the knees and sit nice and tall. Twisting to the right. So we're going toward your top leg, whatever leg's on top. So notice the knees kind of squeeze a little tighter as you turn. Opening up the hips, come back to the front. Taking your shin bone, grab a hold of it. We're going to come into this pose, figure 4, pigeon pose. And just take your shin, see if you can draw it a little closer to you, like that. And then pull it a little bit, and then flat back over that leg. Not very far. Keeping the spine, the neck in line with the spine. Flexing the top foot. Feeling the stretch in the outer hip for sure. And inhale, come back up. And release. Change sides. Cross your legs the other direction. Hands in front of the knees. Pull yourself tall. Squeeze the legs. Inhale the arms. Touch the hands in a prayer twist. In this position of our legs. Just dropping the hands to the center of the chest and turn towards your top leg. And back to the center. Grab a hold of your shin. Draw it up to your knee. Pull yourself long, so draw that shin towards your body like that as you bend forward. Easy in. So. Inhale, come back up. Extend the leg and release. Roll back into a cat, stretching all of that out. And one last cow. And back to neutral. And setting up for Shavasana, our final pose, our resting pose, our most important pose. So get comfy. Come to a stillness. Settle into your pose. If you're going down to the floor, support your knees and your head.